A 12-year-old child has a class 2 malocclusion with deep bite and retruded mandible. What will be the treatment of choice? Functional appliances, hypal headgear, reverse headgear, or a reverse twin block. Now, whenever these clinical features of the patient are given, you have to analyze them very thoroughly. Here they have told us that the age of the patient is 12 years. Okay, so the age of the patient is important because it tells us that there is some growth potential left in the patient. Right? Now, all of these options that are given here, they all help to modulate growth. Okay, so these are all appliances which help in growth modulation. So the growth potential in the child is a very important factor. Secondly, they have told us that the patient has a class 2 malocclusion. Now, the class 2 malocclusion can occur because of a wide variety of reasons. Either it could be a skeletal class 2 where the maxilla is prognathic, mandible is retrognathic, or there's a combination of both maxillary protraction and mandibular retrognathism. Or there could be a dental class 2 because of prominence of the maxillary dentition or retrognathism of the mandibular dentition. So here they have told us specifically there is a class 2 and there is retruded mandible. So we know that the class 2 is because of a retrognathic mandible. Okay, and also deep bite indicates that the patient is a horizontal grower. Okay, so we can also try to estimate the growth pattern of the patient with the deep bite. So here if you see the options, what are the indications of each of these appliances? So functional appliances are indicated in those patients where there is a class 2 because of a retrognathic mandible. Okay, so functional appliances help to protract the mandible or protrude the mandible. It helps to jump the bite and bring the mandible ahead. Okay, so this is how the class 2 gets corrected. So it is indicated in patients with class 2 and a mandibular retrognathism. A hypal headgear is used in a class 2 case. Okay, but it is used when there is a maxillary prognathism. Okay, so hypal headgear is used to restrain the maxillary growth or hold the maxilla and prevent its further anterum or its further prognathism and allow the mandible to catch up with the growth of the maxilla. Okay, so this is where a hypal headgear is given. Also, it helps to intrude the maxillary dentition, which causes an auto-rotation of the mandible and makes the mandible more prominent and thereby corrects the class 2. A reverse headgear is a face mask. Okay, so a face mask is given in those patients where there is a class 3 because of a retrognathic maxilla. Okay, so the maxilla is retrognathic and the face mask is given to protract or pull the maxilla out. Okay, and correct the class 3. A reverse twin block is given in a class 3. Okay, where there is mandibular prognathism or mandibular prominence. So this helps to advance the maxilla. Okay, and push the mandible behind. So if you see our patient is a class 2 with a retrognathic mandible. So we would give a functional appliance in this case. Now, this other kind of questions that could be asked from this topic is very importantly indications. Okay, so indications of functional appliance therapy and contraindications. Now, as we saw here, this is an ideal patient for functional appliance therapy. Firstly, where there is growth that is remaining. Okay, if there is no growth, then functional appliances are contraindicated. So, growth is the utmost important factor that is required. Then the second thing is that there should be a class 2 because there is a mandibular retrognathism and not because there is a maxillary prognathism. Okay, because this helps to advance the mandible. So, mandibular retrognathism. Thirdly, the maxilla should be normal or it should be orthognathic. Okay, so the maxilla should be orthognathic. If the maxilla is prognathic, then we would need to give a modification of these functional appliances where we give the functional appliances along with a headgear combination. Okay, what about the dentition? So in the dentition, what the effects that are that takes place because of functional appliance is that it causes a proclination of the lower incisors and retroclination of the maxillary incisors. So since this is the effect of the functional appliance, we should make sure that whenever we have to give a functional appliance to a patient, there should be no proclination of the lower incisors. So lower incisor proclination is a contraindication for functional appliances, or the lower incisors should be retroclined or upright, okay, because they are, after functional appliance therapy, they are going to get proclined. Whereas the maxillary incisors, if they are proclined before functional appliance therapy, it is fine, because it is going to be retroclined after functional appliance therapy, or some amount of proclination correction is going to take place of the maxillary incisors. Okay, so if the lower incisors are proclined, it's contraindicated. If the upper incisors are proclined, that is acceptable. Also, the arches need to be well aligned. Okay. So it is contraindicated in those patients where there is severe crowding that is seen of the arches, or rotations, or any major spaces which are present in the arches. Okay, so in those patients, these appliances are contraindicated. So indications, contraindications, and also the effects. Okay, the effects, the uses, okay, and the images of each appliances, of the functional appliances, are some of the very important questions, because these appliances can come as image based questions.